Hey, what's up, y'all? Martin79 here. We are back again today with another SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z action figure review. Today we're taking a look at Krillin, Son Goku's old friend. Now, of course, this is the Krillin based off of the Saiyan Saga and the Namekian Saga in his Turtle Hermit Gi before he put the heavy weighted blue shirt on. So, pretty excited to get this in. I've seen some pictures of him. The height is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I thought he'd be a little bit taller. He's definitely, I think he's going to have the Namek Sans armor height, which I was not a fan of. So let's just get him out of the brown box, see what we got going on here. I did pay $90 for him off of the P Bandite website, so just keep that in mind. So all right, let's get started here. Okay, so we got him out of the package here, or at least the brown box. People were making it seem like he was going to be just a midget, which, I mean, Krillin is kind of a midget. But, he's not looking as bad as in the package, at least, as I thought he was going to be. He looks good in the box, man. He really does. I mean, this is how I was first introduced to Krillin in the Raditz Saga, leading into the Saiyan Saga. Comes out good, man. Comes with 4 additional head sculpts. That's cool. Some additional hands. Then we got the Dick Blast right there. Surely, unless you've been living under a rock when it comes to Figuarts news, you know that this Krillin came with this crazy blast here. So, just keep that in mind of what we got going on here. It looks good in the pack. Got the solar flare action going on here. Dragon Ball holding action with the excited face. Krillin, super modeling, masterfully crafted sculpt accurately depicts the character, meticulous detail, simple style, heroic action, super action. Be really cool to pose him with your Saiyan Saga Gohan, it seems. So, okay, man, been about 2 minutes in. Let's go ahead and let's crack this baby open and let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so we got our Krillin out of the package here on the accessories. So definitely the first thing I wanted to knock out before we really even get started on the actual figure here, I wanted to do a high comparison with him versus another Krillin. This is the Generation 1 Krillin. This is based off of him from the Android Saga next to the Saiyan Saga Krillin. Like, dude, did he really get taller? Did he really get that much taller? Oh, man, I don't know, bruh. I don't know, man. Like, dude, that's a whole head taller. It's a whole head taller. I just wanted to knock this out. We're going to do some more high comparisons, but here, let's keep moving on here. We have a screaming face. That's a solar flare face. This excited face is of him getting the Dragon Ball from Guru. This gritting T face looks like he's paranoid. Something's about to go down. The screaming face, he's either shooting out a Ki Blast, attacking, or shooting out a Kamehameha. He got some Kamehameha hands, some Kung Fu hands, some hands with the pegs that would plug into the Dick Blast here. We have some more Ki Blasting hands, then we have some solar flare hands at the end there. So, okay, let's go ahead and let's actually take a look at the figure itself here. So, I mean, when you're just looking at the figure itself, he comes out good, dude. He's actually very spot on to how he appears in the manga. Just from the anime specifically, I just remember him being a little bit taller. The anime for Dragon Ball Z is where my passion generated from. I didn't really read too much in the manga of Dragon Ball Z until much later on. I mean, it's pretty spot on. So, I mean, I guess from a manga perspective, I mean, it makes sense, man. But from an anime perspective, I just feel like he was taller. Bend it to the side here, comes out good. I really don't have any qualms at all. And then turn him to the back. Turtle Hermit. His Sigma comes out good. I like the cube ball head here. His little booties there comes out good. The blue wristbands, the blue belt. Not supposed to be exactly the same blue, but it comes out good nevertheless. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far. The only thing is just the hype. The other thing about the hype too is that he was $90. So that's the other thing that's kind of driving me a little bit crazy too. I feel like he should have been a little bit cheaper, but what are you gonna do, man? So okay, let's go ahead and let's run through his articulation here. Head, beam, all the way down, all the way up. Get him into a flight pose with this neck action there. That's good. That's a nice improvement from our previous Krillins for sure. He was definitely not able to push his head. Nah, see, that's as far as you get with that Generation 1 Krillin. So that's a hell of an improvement right there. So that's super cool, man. Tilt, rotate 360 degrees. Definitely that added neck articulation. That's definitely a hell of an improvement for your flight poses and your fighting poses as well. Arm, Rotate 360 degrees. As you saw, the shoulder piece from the shirt there is disattached from the main shirt itself to give more articulation to the shoulder here. It can be pushed forward, pushed backwards, shifted up, and shifted down. Bicep swivel, elbow, up, down, rotate the wrist, torso, crunch, back crunch, tilt, tilt, rotate 360. There's the belt here, rotate that 360, and the belt itself can be pushed back and forth as well. Can be rotated 360. Careful with that, definitely feels a bit flimsy. Leg, kick forward, kick backwards, knee, all the way back. You can kick out. As you can see, ankle, up, down, tilt, tilt, toe hinge, bing. For a 3.5, 4.0-esque articulation-wise, it's come to be what we expect from a Dragon Ball SH Figuarts figure. So from that perspective, definitely can't be too upset for sure. But I don't know. My own, just personal, from an action figure enthusiast perspective, he comes out good. He really does. From a Dragon Ball nitpicker's perspective, Jesus Christ. Don't censor me, YouTube. I said picker. From that perspective, I just personally wish he was a little taller, but from a manga perspective, he is accurate. I will say that he's accurate. That's the kind of the crazy thing about Dragon Ball. We all have our own taste on what we want these characters to, how we want them to be represented. So that's where it kind of gets a little bit foggy, a little bit weird. So if you want to switch on head, it's probably going to work like the other. Yeah, this is exactly like, you know, the Jiren or the 10 or the other Krillins in the line. This is the same cue ball mechanism here. Just easily plug in, plug out. Nope, probably not it there. Giraffe neck. Let's get that a little stiff to get in there. There we go. Now this takes a little force, but you know, you can get it in there. So just be careful though. Make sure everything is lined up properly before you know, just shove it in there. You know, put a little lube on there. Just saying. If you want to switch out a hand here and easily, just pull that out. Be gentle. Hold it with both hands, not just one. And switch that out like such. I'm gonna get a key blasting pose here. Let's pull that out. And we'll plug that in there. We'll get a quick little pose here going on before we switch out to our poses here. Yep, like that. Like that. That. Let's push the hands up there. Pull the wrist out there. Get a little key blasting action going on here. Not a Kamehameha specifically, but you get the gist of what we're going on here. So it comes out good, man. I'm liking that for sure. Okay, cool. Cool beans, man. I like it. It's a solid figure. It really is. I don't think it's worth no $90, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, luckily, I'm a Dragon Ball enthusiast, so I can kind of eat that cost a little bit just from my fandom alone. But from an action figure perspective, I feel like we're still getting kind of ripped off a little bit. It is what it is. So, okay, let's continue on with some different poses here. Solar flare pose comes out good. This is definitely an iconic Krillin pose. Not necessarily in the original Dragon Ball, but definitely in Dragon Ball Z. He used this technique numerous times in the Saiyan Saga, in the Frieza Saga, and in the Cell Saga. So comes out good. Really, really appreciating that for sure. And here's Krillin holding a Dragon Ball. Wait one damn minute. That ain't no Dragon Ball. It's a Chaos Emerald. Give me that. Yeah. All right, let's actually get him a Dragon Ball here. Sheesh. That's better. There we go. So this is him receiving the Dragon Ball right after he talks to Guru and gets his hidden potential unlocked. I don't know if it was exactly the 7-star ball, but you know, you get the gist of what we're trying to do here. So comes out good, man. Let's go ahead and let's knock out the iconic Kamehameha pose as a part of the Turtle Hermit school from Master Roshi. Of course, Krillin has the ability to perform the iconic technique of the Kamehameha as well. Comes out good, man. Punching pose comes out good, man. Really liking that. I'm just keeping it simple. Nothing too crazy. And the kicking pose, I raised that leg up as far as it would go. So about a mid kick. Kind of tough for him to get to a high kicking pose, though. So keep that in mind. All right, now we have our Krillin out with the dick blast hair. Dude, this is so wild, dude. Dude, what is happening right now, bro? What is going on? Surely somebody in the development room on Figuarts had to know, like, man, is this okay? Are we sure we want to do this? Yeah, why? What's wrong with it? Nothing. It's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. That's crazy. That's crazy. I might pose him on the shelf like this. I ain't even gonna front, man. Just to raise the questions like, hey, what's he doing? But see, are you seeing my issue now? Yeah, here's him standing next to Saiyan Saga Gohan. I mean, they're the same height, literally. So, I mean, Krillin is supposed to be at least a hair taller than Gohan, but dude, they're the same height. I mean, as you can see, the legs are the same, width spread apart. They're the same height, man. He's at least supposed to be a tad bit taller than Gohan. It just rubs me the wrong way, man. I'm having a lot of fun with the figure, too. That's what hurts me the most, too, man. But this just has to be pointed out. That's all there is to it. So, I mean, as you can see here, I mean, this is my personal favorite Krillin still from the line. This is a great figure. It really is. But just from a action figure enthusiast, this is my favorite figure. From a Dragon Ball enthusiast, this version of Krillin in the middle is my favorite version of him. I feel like this is when he was at his most epic. From the time in Dragon Ball, from the World Tournament against Piccolo Jr., from the Saiyan Saga to the Frieza Saga. This is where I really held a passion for Krillin for myself specifically. But I just wish he was a little taller. So maybe he got taller between the Frieza Saga and the Android Saga. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he did. Because, I mean, he regressed back to this version in Dragon Ball Super, right? In the Resurrection F Saga. Pretty sure he did. So, it just bothers me. It is what it is. Kind of nitpicky, maybe. But when you spend $90 on these figures, this kind of stuff just has to be pointed out. That's all there is to it. So I was kind of hoping that you would be able to plug the destructible disc from the strongest man on Earth Krillin in this one, but the peg is too big from this Krillin, unfortunately. So it just doesn't fit. And this Krillin does not come with any hands that have any peg holes in them from what I'm seeing. So that's just, his most iconic move. I get it if they wanted to switch it up and give him this blast hair, but I don't know. I think I just want to give him maybe like an updated version of the destructible disc. It is what it is. It's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, man. But as you can see, it just don't fit, dog. So yeah, look at that Krillin party. I love that. That's definitely our tag picture right there. So what kills me with the Dragon Ball figure for Kid Krillin, you damn near the same height. Even though I know the Dragon Ball figures are supposed to be a tad bit taller than the as I figure out Dragon Ball Z figures, at least from a scale perspective. But as you can see, even Namek Sand Armor Krillin, the battle armor, whatever you want to call him, is seems to be just a hair taller than this Krillin as well. That's crazy. That's so crazy to me. So this is other than Kid Krillin, this is the shortest Krillin we've ever gotten. Do I recommend him if you have this Krillin? No, this is still my definitive Krillin. This is going right back on the main shelf. It is what it is. Am I happy to have him? Sure. I mean, it's my personal favorite version of Krillin. Just gets on my nerves so bad, man. It really does. I think one more thing I want to do. Let me see if this head sculpt can fit on. Just want to see if one of the new head sculpts can fit on the battle armor Krillin here. Let's check that out. That's a no, Captain. No, it cannot. God. All right, final thoughts. Do I recommend this figure? God bless it of America. Do I recommend this Krillin figure from a action figure perspective? No, I do not. If you have any of these Krillins in your collection already, no, this is not a must-have at all whatsoever. from a Dragon Ball enthusiast, yeah, this is an essential part of Dragon Ball history. I don't know what it is, but Krillin was at his most epic before he put this blue shirt underneath his turtle hermit gi. I don't know. Don't ask me why. Thanks, Toriyama. God rest your soul. Oh, wow. I feel like they almost should have released like a version A and a version B. Like, hey, if you want a taller version of this Krillin to match your other Krillins, get version B. If you want a manga, accurate version of a Krillin, get version A. Dude, that would have been amazing. I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine. That would have been okay. That would have been cool. I'm just saying. I'm going to stop complaining. All right, okay. Okay, let's move this stuff to the museum and we will begin to close out here. All right, my friends, now we have our new Krillin added on to the exterior shelf. That's certainly not the main shelf, that's for sure, but we did have an extra Goku to kind of pose him with, so that comes out pretty good. Put the Namek battle armor Krillin right back next to the Gohan here. Comes out good, man. It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, is this a must-have Krillin? No, absolutely not. I would say no, man. Speaking from my action figure man, from a Dragon Ball enthusiast that I already have 3 Krillins in my collection. Is this a must-have? No, I would still say this is the definitive Krillin. This, in my personal opinion, if I'm being completely honest. So that's my take, man. So if you enjoyed this, do hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I tend to review at least 90 to 95% of all of the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. So if you're interested in this type of content, listen, get subscribed, man. You can follow me at youtube.com/SmartJack79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys for the years of support, and I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later.